tragic, and it's really tragic on many levels. But I think one of the greatest tragedies is now there are resources out there. There were not a lot when we served, but now there are, right? So these men and women, they're actually falling through the cracks. So I think we as society, we have to pull together and we have to plug those gaps for them, and we have to save them. We have to help them, right? So the message that I'm trying to get across Canada is to make people aware. Actually, 9 out of 10 Canadians are aware. So now we have to turn that awareness into action, and plug those gaps, and get the message out just for these people to reach out. And it's the same thing with the first responders community. It's a huge issue there. Fire, police, and EMS, ex-military. It's a national issue. Not only veterans, not only first responders. It's a Canadian issue. So here I am doing what little I can do to help.
It's remarkable. So you started it in June. When will you finish?
Not soon enough.
But you're basically a one-man show. You don't have.
I am.
I actually thought I said, who takes your logistics?
Yeah.
Because that's me.
You.
I got a tent.
That's my logistics wagon right there.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where will you end? In
St. John's, Newfoundland, 2029, 20, yeah, exactly. 2029. September. Yeah.
Everything goes.
So is it raising money and awareness?
Both. Awareness is our big thing.
Yeah.
We feel strongly if people know about it, then they will give, right? So we're not trying to ask people to give without knowing. Just know.
And then stigma too.
Yeah.
I mean, it exists.
Yep.
And it's very strong, right? Probably within the police services as well. I mean, it is what it is.
It's an issue, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you know what? Mental health issues weren't talked about when I was a kid. And
we never talked about
We
it.
never talked about it. Inside the forces.
Not good when we did.
Yeah. Bad things happen.
Yeah.
But now the forces are trying to change that culture. So kudos to them. The government's got programs. Veteran affairs. Is it perfect? No. Can we do more? Well, we can always do more, right?
But we have to do it.
But we have to do it, right?
Particularly with so many veterans coming back from Afghanistan.
Absolutely.
Well, we've had 12 years of war. I mean, the reality is, and
there's 40,000 Canadians.
Former Yugoslavia was 20 years of length, and
Yep.
a lot of trauma happened there on a mental level, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, our era, we're kind of older, as you can see by the gray, right? But nevertheless, we have friends in our time who have suffered from post-traumatic stress disorder for decades. In silence, because there was no one there like Marty speaking out, telling them, please come forward. We're going to help you. But you have to identify. You have to let us know you need help. That's why it's so important. Rides like this, there's a couple of fellas that are in next week. They're walking across the nation, doing their thing, and drawing awareness to PTSD is vital. Not only for our emergency services and our veterans, but it also affects the general Canadian population.
Absolutely.
I mean, people have car accidents. There's trauma there. And there's not much difference at the end of the day when the mind's been wounded by a traumatic event. And if we can provide the resources and the care and the compassion that they require, we can make their life so much better and lessen the drain on our community because, we're not having all these expensive costs of sending them for psychological help, and the family, the cycle of despair has occurred, and all of a sudden we have all these social aspects that are involved that are costly. We can prevent, we can do the right thing if they step forward and tell them that, or tell us that they need help. So Marty's doing a wonderful job.
This is great of you to do this. It takes so much time, and I'd imagine coming across the prairies is
you're the first one to say that. The prairies were tough. I thought the mountains would be, but the prairies were tougher. The wind.
Yeah.
And there's no cover.
And the floods.
Here, why don't we get a picture by your bike
Absolutely.
here? Absolutely. With the
You
chief.
bet.
Sweet.
Big love that.
Do you mind if I join the picture?
Yeah,
I'd like to have a photo in my wallet in case the police ever pull me over for speeding.
I've tried that and it doesn't work.
Chief,
It doesn't work.
so you get the medal. Look at that, you're all set.
There we go.
Yeah.
You never know, eh?
Mikey, get a picture. Everyone say, hi, Jacques.
Hi, Julian.
Tell your boss we do like police chiefs.
Cut that out, you guys.